And we're back with our guest, Trabt Shah, Chief Strategy Officer at Musafir.com. Welcome to the show.
Hi, nice to be here.
Hi, nice to, thank you for being with us. First of all, we would like to chat a little bit about the rise in travel, especially after COVID. And there's a lot that's happening. We have corporate travel and we have leisure travel, and especially recently, a lot of people are coming back from their summer vacations.
Yeah, absolutely. So the recovery within travel overall has been quite impressive. Now, travel represents around 10% of global GDP, with 10% of jobs globally dependent on the travel industry. During the pandemic, we saw there was a 70% decline in 2020 in travel, resulting in losses of about 4.5 trillion, job losses exceeding over 60 million. And what we've seen over the first H1 and now coming into Q3 is around 70% recovery in global travel, and with a full recovery expected by within the next 2 years. I think leisure travel will recover earlier than corporate travel, with Zoom still having a place within meetings and conferences, etc. But we've seen the appetite for in real life meetings grow. So corporate travel is on the ascendancy as well. And it's an impressive recovery with over 1.5 billion people expected to fly this year compared to last year.
Yeah, it's very interesting, especially that we've seen that people are literally very excited to travel. And we've seen that in the past couple of months, like people couldn't wait actually till everything, the lockdown is over and things like that. So we've seen a lot of people travel, families as well. But speaking about the corporate travel in particular, because now, as you can see, we can do Zoom interviews, we can do Zoom meetings and things like that. So will that affect the corporate travel as well?
So while Zoom does have a place within corporates, within enterprises, in terms of how people interact, there is a real demand, a pent-up demand for in real life interaction, especially within Asia and the Middle East, where that's traditionally been more valued than video conferencing, etc. So we see that demand with in real life meetings, with corporate travel increasing significantly. So if I cast my mind back to the pandemic, I think it was Bill Gates who had said that corporate travel, 50% of corporate travel will disappear post-pandemic. But what we've seen coming out of the pandemic is a sharp bounce back with a full recovery expected in the next 2 years. So it goes to show that even Bill Gates can't always be right.
That's interesting. Also, in terms of, we've seen like a lot of events that are happening lately, and maybe the biggest one of them that people are looking forward to is the World Cup, obviously. So how will that affect the travel industry, and especially with you guys in Musafir? Are you seeing any trends?
Yeah, we're seeing impressive trends. So overall, Qatar, I mean, we expect over 1 million tourists to visit the World Cup during the duration of the World Cup, and a large portion of those will be staying within Dubai. It's convenient. It's a short flight away from Doha, and essentially what we're seeing is that we expect around 30 to 40% of travelers to actually stay within the UAE and travel to the World Cup. So I think Dubai especially will prove to be a gateway to the World Cup, and with fan zones being set up within UAE, with football-themed hotels now coming up within the UAE as well, especially on the Palm, we expect Dubai to really benefit from the World Cup.
That's a very interesting insight. And you guys at Musafir, you've been doing a lot of partnerships, and there's a lot of integration between the tech, obviously, and the travel sector. So can you tell us more about, for instance, your last partnership with MasterCard?
Yeah, so we've signed a 5-year exclusive deal with MasterCard to launch payment-centric travel solutions across the GCC region. So currently, Musafir operates in 3 countries, which is UAE, Qatar, and India. We're looking to expand to KSA, where we'll be hopefully by early next year, and thereafter to Bahrain, Kuwait, Egypt, and Oman. So as we expand into these countries over the next sort of 18 months to 24 months, we'll be leveraging the partnership with MasterCard to deliver travel-centric solutions, both for corporates and also for our leisure customers as well.
That's amazing. How does this make how is it for the audience, the users, to benefit from it?
So it essentially plays into twofold. So on the leisure side, we will be launching co-branded credit cards, loyalty solutions, which has traditionally been a bit of a gap within online travel agencies. So on the leisure side, we'll be launching those solutions. And on the corporate side, we're also launching a expense management platform to complement our existing corporate travel management platform. So the partnership with MasterCard will play a core component in there as we look to launch corporate cards, prepaid cards, and really build an end-to-end solution which is seamless for both the leisure traveler and also for, especially for the corporate traveler as well.
That's really great, and how important it is for users to actually have a seamless kind of process, especially when it comes to payment.
Yeah, the less friction there is, the happier the customer, and more likely that the customer will continue to travel with you or with us in the case of مسافر. So if we look at historically, the leisure experience has been made less and less friction. The friction has decreased over time. Travel for a leisure travel is fundamentally different than it was, let's say, 10 years ago. You book your travel online. You would use Uber or Careem to get yourself to the airport. As passport control is seamless as well in terms of you can just scan your passport and walk through. There's a proliferation of platforms that you can use these days to book your hotels, whether that's Booking.com or مسافر, or whether that's something like Airbnb, which has come in and disrupted the place. So whilst that transformation has really happened on the leisure side, we're now starting to see the same thing happen on the corporate side, and مسافر is at the forefront of delivering that. So we've built a corporate travel management platform, which makes corporate travel just as seamless as leisure travel. And we now have close to 600 corporates who book their travel with مسافر, and we're starting to see them move on those digital journeys as well when it comes to corporate travel.
And the competition is very high. Like, as you said, like if there's a friction or even anything, a bug in the website, it's very easy for the user to bounce and just go to another website, for instance. So can you talk about the competition, especially here in the region?
Yes, UAE is a competitive landscape, and travel overall is quite a competitive landscape. Essentially, consumers are buying the same product. It's not that we at مسافر or another travel agency offers a different product. We offer flights, we offer visas, we offer hotels. So it's the same product that's essentially being purchased by the customers. So the reason they would stay with you and rather than go to a competitor is broadly around customer experience, making travel as frictionless as possible and providing that enhanced customer experience. And at the same time, building loyalty rewards within your platforms as well. So you're rewarding a customer for continuing to book their travel with you. So it is a competitive environment with a continuation of, there's always a push on the revenue margins within travel. But at the same time, you can really stand out through customer experience and through building a loyalty platform.
Exactly, and then you will get loyal customers and users on your platform. Can you tell us more about your future plans at مسافر? You were talking about expanding as well.
Yeah, so our plans at مسافر, as I touched upon earlier, is to invest heavily within our digital transformation. So as I mentioned, we've developed a corporate travel management platform, and now we're looking to deliver expense management as well to give a fully integrated T&E platform. At the same time, we're investing heavily in building a travel super app for both the leisure traveler and the corporate travel. The travel mobile adoption has increased significantly over the last coming out of the pandemic. So we're looking to invest heavily and leverage on that as well. In terms of our expansion plans, it's to launch our corporate travel platform across GCC, so the countries that I mentioned earlier, and also to enter the Indian market as well with corporate travel, where we currently offer leisure. So broadly speaking, those are our plans. It's wholly focused on enhancing customer experience, investing in digital capabilities, and expanding across the MENA and India region.
And it's the perfect timing after the bounce back from COVID.
Absolutely.
100%. Thank you so much, Trump, for being with us.
Absolute pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. شكرا لكل الناس اللي تابعتنا. كان معنا ترامب شاه مدير الاستراتيجي في مسافر.com، وكنا عم نحكي عن مدى أهمية والتطور اللي صار في عالم السفر وتحديدا السياحة بعد الجائحة. ومن أهم النقاط اللي ذكرها أيضا أنه رح يكون في حماس كتير للسفر تحديدا مع كأس العالم، والعديد من الأشخاص والمستخدمين رح يكونوا عم بيسافروا لدولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة ويتنقلوا للدوحة وقطر لحتى يتابعوا كأس العالم. هذه كانت كل أخبارنا الصباحية لليوم، وكنت معكم أنا هالة بسام في برنامجكم تك بالعربي. بشوفكم بكرة بنفس الموعد. نهاركم سعيد جميعا.